The nigga almost tripped on the ball. Got his
Listen,
ankles broken.
it's already recording, but hello everyone. It's the A Savage Experience.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. He knows. I'm training him well.
This,
Hey everyone. It's been a while, and it's
boy,
not my fault. I'm taking I'm calling it right here. It's not my fault. I've been wanting to record so many times.
I just
You
thought about
know.
something. I didn't do the testing, so I should stop this in here if I can hear you. Yeah,
Oh my God.
cool. All right, so
Yeah, and those black peoples, man, they're outside everywhere. God.
this.
Are we recording?
Yes, we're
Oh,
recording.
so back to politics. All right, what do you want to talk about, man? It's
I
been a
was gonna talk
minute.
about the GameStop thing first because it went back up. That was a surprise.
Yeah, man. I need to put some more money back in stocks, but I'm trying to wait a little bit until I have more in my bank account.
Yeah.
Bro, just hold, hold, hold. That's it, man.
Yo.
Listen, it's only a loss when you sell at a loss.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
But no, that's the truth. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, if I had sold Dogecoin when I was making a loss, I would have lost. But I kept holding it, and I'm still making a profit. It's not a big profit like I was hoping it was gonna be, but it's like gambling. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the right time.
Yeah. This whole thing was just a surprise to me.
Not to me. I think those things are gonna go up. I think because of what happened, GameStop got saved big time because GameStop was in the dirt for a minute. I think that just like gave it a lot of publicity and shit like that.
How
That shit
long do
really,
you think GameStop will last for as a store?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Unless they start changing a lot of their shitty ass policies, I don't think they're gonna last any much longer. And it's sad, it's really sad because GameStop screwed over a lot of mom and pop stores that were really fucking good. You remember Plane Trade,
No, I don't think I ever went there.
which was like yeah, Plane Trade was like the little brother of like GameStop, but like it came first. I feel like I knew Game and Trade before. You can actually get your discs cleaned if they were really really scratched up. The people there were nice and cool. They had deals, bro. Like it felt like a true gamer's paradise, and they went under. I don't think there's any game playing trades anymore, game and trade or whatever it was called. And it sucks because there used to be one here in right in Yonkers. And I just had a brain fart. Sorry.
What I was thinking is like, oh, maybe more small businesses will open up that sell games, so that could be cool. I didn't think of that. I just thought maybe that's just gonna die. Like people don't really want to buy disc games as much.
Nah, there's always going to be a market for that because it's people that like collectibles. There's always going to be a market. I think what's killing stores, just stores in general, is online shopping. Like Amazon is a huge problem. Like I love Amazon. Don't get me wrong. I still buy my stuff from Amazon. I'm probably never going to stop. But that's the problem. It's just so goddamn convenient,
Yeah.
especially when because here's the thing. The reason why shopping in store was in most people's heads that didn't want to push on to online shopping was just like I can get my stuff immediately now. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but that's the price of to pay for me having it right away. But now Amazon can ship that shit to you the next day, literally tomorrow, if you buy certain items. There's something called Amazon Now where you can get it that same day
Dang, I never even
in
heard of
like
that
certain
before.
parts of this country and other. Yeah, some podcasts, some of these anime YouTubers I watched that do a podcast, they were explaining it, and the guy literally brought his Switch and he wanted to play Mario Party, and he he went on Amazon now to buy Mario Party, and it came right to the location he wanted it to that same day.
Oh,
It's
it
it's
seems like that's
it's
a part of Prime. Now that I look it up, yeah, that makes sense though.
yeah, yeah. Of course, it would be part of Prime, but why wouldn't you pay for Prime? Like at this point, it's like, yo, especially if you're a person that don't believe in watching TV or paying for Netflix or this and that. Why wouldn't you pay use that money to put money into Prime, which is about the same amount of money you put into like an Xbox Live yearly subscription, if I remember. I think it's about $50 a year.
I think with Prime you
And,
get a music service, you get video.
exactly. You
Yeah.
get it all. You get it fucking all. And it's like, and I think that's what's killing. That's what's really killing a lot of these businesses. It's just these small little things with that made them more important than online shopping. But now online shopping is finding a way to get to it. And it's just like it's gonna be to a point where it's just like people really just go outside to look at things like their museums.
Uh,
Like, you know, it's like it's gonna be to that type of point. You know, things are gonna be rotating so fast where like you really don't have to buy shit at the stores anymore. It's cheap, usually cheaper to buy online. You get so many more deals online, and if it comes to a point where it's just as convenient, like say you need something in a rush and you make it in time to buy it online, and it'll get to the time that you really need it to. What's the point of going to the store?
yeah, that's really bad for local businesses because like it's just inconvenient to leave your house to get stuff when you can get it so easily online.
Yeah, bro, bro, man. One thing I'll say, I always say this to my siblings, to my family, to anyone I see. Technology is such a gift, but it's such a curse because with that convenience, local businesses are going down. With that convenience, we're getting lazier. It's literally like I remember when I used to have to walk to county from my house all the time. But and I tell people I used to walk it and it was nothing. Me and my boys would walk or skateboard or bike. And they're like, really? Now I just take an Uber. Oh, I can always just take the bus. I'm like, that's the problem. Y'all having this lazy mindset. Y'all eating bacon, egg, and cheese, chopped cheese, and this all the time. And all you literally do is walk to a bus stop or to an Uber and you're sitting most of the day. And then you walk around with your boys, but then you're still eating like crap and stuff like that. And that's why like obesity is getting worse in America. That's why like it's like kids are getting lazy.
Yeah. I was just thinking it's bad because like GameStop employs a lot of people, so all those jobs are gone, just like that.
That's true. That is true. But from stories I hear from like the people that post on like on YouTube and shit like that, most employees don't really like working at GameStop because they know how much of a ripoff it is, and and a lot of people that work there are part of the gaming community, and they don't want to screw people over like that.
It's better working there than being unemployed.
That's
Yeah, that's
true.
what I'm
Uh,
thinking.
I know, no, I agree with you. I agree with you with that.
I
I don't know,
wanted to
man.
ask you, like, when's the last time you think that you bought a disc game?
The last time that I bought a disc game, damn, it was a minute, bro. It's been a minute. I can't even think.
I
Can't
remember the
really
last
even
one I
think.
bought. It's when we went to GameStop and I bought Modern Warfare 3.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
last one
You
I
bought
bought.
mono. That shit that really makes me happy. We need to hop back on there again. It's been too long. I
Yeah.
really miss more. Because I know eventually the servers are gonna die. They're gonna kill the servers, and then it's just gonna be people who play the online servers on PC.
Unless they
That's
remaster
it.
it, but I doubt they're remastering that game. Modern Warfare 2 is more likely to be
Yeah. Yeah.
remastered.
But Modern Warfare 3 was really fun. When I look back on it, I had so many played on that. Like I never regret playing Modern Warfare 3. I told you I had so much more fun with Modern Warfare 3 over this new Modern Warfare. That's why I was like, Games need to start. I'm either growing out of games or games are just growing out of being good. But I hear Modern Warfare has made a big come around. I hear like it's actually starting to become really really fun. Like DeAndre doesn't say anything bad about the game anymore. Oh shit, should we be saying his name?
It doesn't matter.
You'll just bleep it out, right?
Yeah, I guess. Why not? Yeah,
I know.
I never really had, I've had fun playing the gunfight and the Warzone. Those were the only two I really had fun playing. The other stuff, I didn't like it.
It was just the maps, bro. But after a certain point, gunfights started getting annoying too because everyone like you play on that one where like it's nothing but grass. Everyone's hiding in the grass, like they're fiending. It was just not fun. I also think I need better internet because I think that's what screwed me up a lot of the times. I think my internet is really bad, and that game was really about having really good internet. If you have the best internet, the best setup, you really, really can't lose. Um, but I don't know. I'm thinking about making a comeback and come back on Modern Warfare. But damn, bro, how big is that game now? Like 500 gigs?
It can't be that big. It's probably like 200.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're laughing. The last time I remember, it was a lot. Uh,
I'm laughing because I remember when I got my PS3, it was like 250 gigabytes, and now this one game is 200 gigabytes.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look it up right now. But talk to the lovely people while I look this up.
Yeah, I actually had some ideas about saving GameStop. I was thinking maybe if they like pair the games with like posters, T-shirts, and stickers, maybe people would be like more inclined to go there for stuff. What do you think?
May- Maybe I think.
I
I think.
You can continue.
I think maybe. I just think GameStop needs to change some of their fucking like some of their dumb policies. Like you could try to trade in like a brand new fresh game, they won't take it, but they'll take like there's videos of people doing it. You can literally break the game and they'll take that for some reason or
That's
give you a refund
stupid.
or stuff like that. Um, One of the biggest things that people have been complaining about for years, why is it like sometimes like and you can see it, it's so weird. Sometimes you can see that the pre-owned games is more expensive than the new games
It's a
or
demand.
stuff like that. Or stuff like that. No, what I'm saying is a pre-owned copy of the same game is more expensive than the new copy.
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, you're right. That's
Yeah,
stupid.
there's plenty of examples of that. Or um you go in, you give in a game and you're only getting like $5-10 store credit and they're selling it for 40-45 bucks.
What I'm thinking they could try to justify that is with like the used games, they bought it for a certain amount, so they don't want to sell it at a loss. But they should
No,
sell it
of
at a
course.
loss. They should sell it at a loss.
I don't think they need to sell it at a loss. That I do not believe. I do not think they should be making a huge profit off of a used game.
But
That's my issue.
we don't entirely know how much they bought that used game for or when they bought it for. So like let's say they bought it for $20. They somehow bought this used game for $20. They may want to keep it at like $32 even though they have the new game on sale
But
for
that's not bad.
$20.
That's not bad. But like I've never heard anyone getting a game for $20. There's never been like that. I've
I'm
never heard
thinking if
that.
you put like a brand new game, they'll give you like $20 for it.
You can't trade brand new games. That's the point. Do you see the frustration? You can't. I've tried. Literally, I remember I wanted Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and my dad and my mom both got me one. I was like, oh, cool. I'll just and now I look back at it, I'm very stupid. I should have never did what I did. I should have just kept the copy and sold it to a friend because I don't think what the trade that I did was worth it. I went in, I was like, hey, my mom, and the guy wouldn't look at me. He had to pretend he was looking at air. I need you to walk away, pretend like you stopped and you had to think about something, and just walk outside, remove the plastic, and come back in and act like it's used.
Oh, that's foul. That's Yo, that's foul.
Bro, like I'm telling you, I remember this.
Yo.
And I was a kid thinking like,
That's
why?
okay. You see that behavior is shady the way he's doing it. Yeah,
All this stuff. But that's what they promote at GameStop. And actually, that was him trying to
a
do me right
favor.
because he was just gonna he could because the point he was trying to me he's like, yeah, we don't trade new games and this and that. It has to you have to pretend like it's used and stuff like
I
that and stuff like that.
I understand what you're saying now. Yeah, I don't think I understand it before. Like I'm looking at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they'll give you $22 store credit for it. So it's a newer game, but I understand it's not brand new if you take off the plastic.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I think they need to come up with better models and just make it feel like something gamers want again because I don't feel like people like true gamers shop at GameStop anymore. It's just people that like the kids' moms and parents, people like us that were like, it's just we want to look at games again in person and shit like that.
I was
Uh,
thinking maybe they could move like towards apparel. What do you think about that?
they already have apparel though.
Yeah, but they
They
need some
they,
better stuff.
they need some,
Some
uh,
stuff that you'd actually want to wear, like better designs. I
I
feel like it's cheap clothing they have there. It's not really good
I don't
quality.
know. I I agree with you on that. I don't think the designs are bad. There's a lot of shit I would love to buy from them, but then like I see the price, like some of it can be like $70,
Do
and
you
I'm
have an
like, this is not
example of
$70.
one?
Hold up. There's some of their bags are cool. I do like some of the anime stuff they offer, stuff like that. Um, I'm too lazy to look it up, but I kind of agree with you. I do think it's cheap product. I don't mind some of the designs. I do think some of the designs are cool and this and that, but would I pay $60 to $70 for this? No. No. I could tell this is definitely something that was $15. So why not make just 100% profit and sell it for 30, right?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Especially since like most places now, like not now, it's always been a thing. When you buy in bulk, you get a discount. So like those shirts are actually cost less for the amount you buy, like for the big amount you buy, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think it says a lot when you fail at getting bought out by someone else because they realize how shitty you are, and then you fail at filing for bankruptcy. I think that says a lot, and that's what GameStop went through. So I think this is a very lucky thing for GameStop that their shares went up so high that like I'm not sure if it means anything. I know for the fact that it does mean like their name is out to the public again, and maybe they can do something with that. But if they stick on the route that they are, I doubt GameStop is going to survive.
I was wondering how it directly affects them. I was like looking it up online, and it was saying like they could get money from creditors if their stock price is high.
That makes sense because I assume if their stock randomly blows up, it has to do something for that company, you
Yeah,
know?
I just didn't fully understand it either.
Mm.
But I had this idea like, yo, what if you could 3D print your video game characters there, like for Destiny 2? I think people would like that.
That would be cool. That would be a cool gimmick, but I already see what they'll do. They'll say it's gonna be like $100 a print.
Yeah, that would be funny. It would not last long if they did that.
It would be some shit like that, or 3D to print parts of the body. Like it's $15 for two arms,
Oh,
$30 for the torso.
someone just like, I'll just take one arm then. Yeah.
Well, but see, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like some people would hear this and think we're being ridiculous, but GameStop has been like their business model and stuff like that has been like very like like just so dumb and very predatory. You know, like what is it? I forgot what it's called. What is the GameStop business model? And a game, to all our listeners, there's a channel called Gamer Ranks. Game Ranks. It's like GAMRANX. Look them up. They did a whole video on GameStop and why people do not like them, like 10 reasons. And they have this business model, and I forgot what it's called. GameStop business. Sorry guys, I'm not a big multitasker when it comes to typing.
I wonder.
I'm trying to remember. It's like it was like a cycle. Um, and they teach this to their employees, and it's like, and you just look at that and you're just like, oh, this this teaches your employees to be very just attacking and not really welcoming. It just feels like they're just pushing stuff and not being human and shit like that. I can't find it, but maybe.
So I had a couple more ideas for GameStop actually. I was like thinking, what if this is like a spot that you want to go to hang out at? Do you think that could become possible?
Say
Like
that again?
play like a spot that you want to hang out and like play video games there. Do you think they could make it like that, like more welcoming instead of like just this store thing?
Mm. Yeah, but you know what the problem is?
What?
It's something called the pandemic.
Yeah, okay.
Bro,
You
I was at the GameStop not too long ago with with a certain someone. You know her. As soon
Yeah.
as I said her, you already know.
Yeah.
And I was looking inside. Bro, they took away the like before they had like the video game displays just turned off and you're not allowed to touch them. They're completely gone now. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
they're completely gone. I don't get to see the PS4, the Xbox One in there, stuff like that. And it sucks because like if this pandemic didn't happen, I'm pretty sure we would get to play the PS5 and the Xbox games, the X series or the Series X or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But you know, once again, we're living in medieval times right now.
The sad thing is, I feel like there aren't even any games I want to play for those consoles. So there's no point in me even getting them right now.
Bro, everyone buying these consoles are some of the dumbest. Like I hate saying it. I feel bad. I know we're in a time where people really feel like they need this and that. I especially for the people that bought the Xbox Series X, which I'm a big advocate for because I like a lot of people are shit talking the Series X, but the Series X has really great specs. It just doesn't offer up a lot showing that it's like a new console. It's just an Xbox One with 10 times better specs. It runs 10 times better. But that's the model that they're trying to go for. They're trying to make it streamlined so that once you go from the Xbox One, you can run an Xbox Series X. It's like I think that's very genius, but in a way it kind of shoots them in the foot. But I got off track. There's nothing really that screams to me you have to buy these. Everyone knows by now, like the first
Yeah.
generation of any like consoles always comes out with bugs and this and that the second generation will come out almost immediately after. I got into an argument with someone and I told her, I was telling this person, save your money. There's no point on trying to fight for these PS5s. There's no point on trying to buy a scalper market or try to wait for these PS5s. Because watch, when you finally get the chance to buy the PS5 and you get unlucky, you get the ones with the the fucking glitches and this and that, and you realize, oh shit, I barely play it. It's all right and stuff like that. I definitely could have waited. Another one's gonna come out. They're like, are you crazy? Another one's not gonna come out for another 2 years and this and that. Like this one is selling out so quickly. I'm like, it's selling out because most of the people buying it are these market scalpers.
Yeah.
Like, have people not realized, like, it's selling off the shelf, not just because of us, but mainly because of Scalper? Because everyone I hear that wants a PS5, like, keep talking about they're sold out, but I'm like, do you know anyone that actually owns a PS5? Like, out of my 10 friends, maybe one. And it has everyone been trying? Yeah. Okay. Does that not ring a bell to you? Like, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe calm down, slow your roll, you know? But I think this pandemic got everyone crazy, man. It's just this pandemic really got people messed up, got people not thinking straight, not thinking right, you know. And to anyone, once again, hold up, just wait. Like services still haven't stopped for PS4 and the Xbox. You could still play with your friends that are playing on those next gen consoles anyway. It's not like how it was for the 360 and the Xbox One where like it was like a whole difficult situation to be in a party. You couldn't play games with people that were playing Xbox One games
Yeah, that really
and
sucked.
you're and stuff like that. You can play with people because I use my roommate's PS4. I was playing Fall Guys with my boys on the PS4 while they were on the PS5. You know, so this technology is getting to the point where like you don't have to get the newest thing right away. But we as American, we as humans, I think we're very materialistic and we just need the newest things. You know.
Yeah. I don't like. I barely play my Xbox One anymore, and I have like the Game Pass and the EA Play, and I haven't really touched many
Bro, you know
games.
what it is? I feel like I think for me it's three things. I'm growing out of video games for a little bit because of work and life and I got other things to focus on. Second of all, I can't play the games the way I like, especially since my brother moved the Xbox One in the area where it's right next to my roommate's room. So I can't be loud and do what I want and shit like that. And then finally, I think the last reason is just mainly time. It's just I don't see myself having the real time of how I had as a kid, where I was like, all I had to focus on was my my homework. Once in a while, doing my baseball practice and this or that. But like, if I really want a game, I want to sit down and just game. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, do you want to game today with a way out?
Yeah, let's play.
Okay. Let me tell Dimitri to download it. Maybe we can play it a little bit tonight. Dimitri, I need you to go on the Xbox right now and download A Way Out. It'll be on the EA Access.
Did you?
I need you to do it right now.
I don't, are you?
The-
You're into Star Wars, right? They have the Star Wars game, and it's pretty good.
Oh, you mean like Battlefront? Or no, you're talking about the RPG one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of they say it's the a Star Wars equivalent of Dark Souls. It's kind
I
of
don't
like
think I've ever
that,
played that game.
or Bloodborne, or shit like that. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Like I said, I don't know. But the few times when I go back onto gaming, it's really fun. Like I was playing Siege with DeAndre, and I I could not stop loving it. It was so fun, you know. I'm playing I'm supposed to be playing Minecraft with a certain. I finally figured out what was wrong with my Minecraft. I finally got it. Um, so we can finally play Minecraft together again. Me, you, and the boys.
Oh yeah, I
Because I know I
remember.
was the
You want to play
yeah. So
Skate 3 when we want to play Minecraft. I think that's what happened.
well, so my Minecraft was on kept saying beta, and DeAndre I think told me the solution, but didn't tell me the right part. It had something to do with Xbox Insider. So if you're a part of Xbox Insider and you opt in to enroll with Minecraft and stuff like that, they give you like newer patches ahead of time. And that's why it's always called beta. You're beta testing these new patches and these new updates. So you're always ahead of everyone else that just uses the regular Minecraft. I just opted to unroll. I uninstalled and reinstalled the game, and I got regular Minecraft. So
That's
now I can
great.
finally play with you guys.
Yeah, that's great. I was thinking, man, maybe that's actually not great. The Xbox Insider, because sometimes it could mess with your games just like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know, but honestly, I think everyone should do the insider because like, why not have a newer version? You know, I'm upset because like my world that I worked hard on, the one where like I chased you and you killed me, I lost my maps and like a whole bunch of items. I uh I have it on the newer version and I can't re-download it on the older version. So I can't play it. And I'm just like I have a whole farm system, chicken coop. I was trying to learn how to farm mushrooms. I have a nice, decent, minimalistic house, you know? And I can't do it. So I have to start from the bottom
Dang,
up
that really sucks. I wish.
and shit like that. But I don't know, man. I gotta do what you did before. I need to finally beat the Ender Dragon. I never tried. I never tried to get to the end of the game. I just play. I just play. It's very therapeutic, and then after a while, it's just like I'm kind of bored of this. I'm gonna chill out.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like I don't know. I don't know if I could do that today. I feel like I'd lose interest before I try to like beat the Ender Dragon.
I feel you.
But if you had a lot of people to do it, it would probably go faster. Like defeating the Ender
Probably
Dragon.
a way out. Oh, Dimitri, can you bring me a beer? Thank you. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, man, this shit is it's just like I don't know, man. I think gaming there's still really good games out there. I think those games are being pushed to the sideline for mainstream games, and now that like it's that idea of like once you become mainstream and you become popular enough, you don't have to care about it being too good. Your name is just gonna keep you saved. Like Cold War was not good.
did you play it?
What's keep I pl- I played Cold War, the beta a little bit and this and that, but I was watching people's videos and stuff like that. That that shit was crashing like when it first was coming out and stuff like that. It was buggy as hell. Sound
Dang.
design wasn't
I didn't even play the
well.
beta.
I think,
I haven't touched the game.
bro, it just played like at first I was thinking like this was a lot better than Modern Warfare, and then after a while I was just like, I think I'm just tired of Call of Duty. This is the same thing over and over again. And then like I'm paying, bro. That game should not have been. I think they sold it for 75 because that's what console games are starting to go for now. I think it
I'm
came.
not
It
trying
was
to
like a
pay that.
$70 game. What?
I said I'm not trying to pay that.
I think it came out for like 70, and people were like, "This
You're
game,
right.
it's not even complete," and you sold it, and people are still playing it till this very day because of zombies. And I heard the story was actually really good, but I don't I feel like the stories are never going to be bad. I've never heard of a Call of Duty with a really bad story. Even like Call of Duty Infinite, that is known to be like one of the worst Call of Duties. Everyone talks about how phenomenal the story was. So I expect Call of Duty to have good story modes, but now the part that I want good multiplayer play. I want this shit not crashing on me and this that. It's not coming out like that. And look, once again, the only thing that people are talking about mainly is Warzone. You know, Modern Warfare is helping Black Ops Cold War out when Cold War should be standing on its own. You know,
Yeah.
you know, but it is what it is. You know, that's the nature of the beast. I just want to start giving more love to more smaller games like that's why I want to give A Way Out more of a like a chance because I was watching people play it and it looks really fun. It looks like a nice little game to play with your friends and stuff like that and do, you know?
Yeah. I told Jose this. I think I'd be interested if they did like a PvE mode for Call of Duty that I really liked.
I think that PvE mode is going to be coming soon. I think that's going to be Outbreak. Thank you, sir.
What is that?
So they're going to be putting zombies into Warzone. But I feel like they're going to have to do a PvE mode. I think they're going to be doing something like super crazy big.
In this new jungle update for Warzone, it's like there's zombies in there, so maybe something similar.
Yeah, but I hear the Outbreak is going to be like something more big and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like it's going to be like a crazy like hordes and stuff like that. That's at least what people are theorizing. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I just I miss the old days of gaming. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there was something. I just miss the old days. I've been watching like old cartoons on HBO Max. I just recently finished Billy and Mandy. And by the way, The Adventures of Billy and Mandy was so fucking funny. There was not an episode that I did not have to pause for a second and just let my laughs out. There was not a episode where I didn't have to rewind a moment or just look something up or like just save the clip on my phone. It was just a genius show, man.
I do feel like that sometimes. Like the new shows aren't as good as the old ones. Yeah.
You know what it is? I think I think once again it's just the nature of the beast. I think why Teen Titan Go in America because if you look at Cartoon Network's like uh show run times in other countries, they still show like old shows like Ed and Eddie, Foster's Home and stuff like that with Teen Titans Go. But here in America, it's literally just Teen Titans Go and then we have Total Drama Rama here and there. And then my show that I really like, I wish would have came out during my generation because it really is just kids being kids playing with their imagination is Craig of the Creek, you know? Um I just think here in America, it's just all about the sales. It's all about toy sales. That's what killed Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans, was that the show had a lot of viewings, but the toy sales weren't doing good because that's how they make the money off the show. It's really about the merch and the toy sales. Teen Titans Go sells merch like no fucking other, but the show is so bad, and I feel bad because I watch it. It's just so easy to watch. You could just sit there and watch episodes and not care, and you could get through it. You know,
Yeah.
and it sucks because that's killing off shows that stuff is killing off shows that really want to have a shot. Like you ever heard of Infinity Train?
No.
So Infinity Train, I still haven't even watched it. I don't know. Something about it hasn't popped to me yet, but like everyone talks about how really good it is. It started off this as this mini series on YouTube, I think, or something like that, or like the pilot came off of YouTube and got picked up by Cartoon Network, and there's 2 seasons right now. Um um sorry, doing a podcast. Um,
You think she wants to be on the show?
hell no, hell fuck, bro. I don't even want. Like if she heard some of the shit I said, it would be just arguments, man. Like
Oh,
she
okay.
takes a lot of shit. She takes a lot of shit to heart. And let me make shit clear to people. I'm a very kind human being. I love everyone and shit like that. I just say certain shit for shits and giggles and stuff like that. I'm not, I'm cool people. But like some people don't like saying that. Like you could say shit and not mean it, but people will say, "Oh, the fact that it came out your mouth, you obviously believe some of it." It doesn't always have to be like that. Sometimes you just like getting a kick out of people.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you were talking about the shows. Oh, I thought you were gonna continue talking about the shows. I guess
Oh,
not.
sorry. I'm texting again. Is this riveting podcast catching anyone? Like me like typing? Can you hear that?
No, we can't hear that.
No, you can't. Not at all. Not with this case. Um, but yeah, and it seems like Infinity and like people apparently really loved it, and it moved on to HBO Max because they're not showing it on like TV anymore. I'm not sure if it was even on TV because I barely see it. But like that's the thing. As soon as Teen Titan Go came out, it killed off a lot of things. Like one of the biggest examples people talk about is like when regular show was ending. You would think when they're going to premiere the last episode of regular show and it's going to be this whole like hour special or half hour special, I forgot how long it was. You would show a marathon of regular show, right? Because that's how it used to be, you know? A show is ending or something special is coming. We're going to show a marathon of that. What did they show? A marathon of Teen Titans Go. And then you saw the little corner for the countdown for the end of regular show. It's like, how do you expect other shows to survive when really all you push out is Teen Titans Go? It might as well just be the Teen Titans Go channel.
I have not watched. I feel like I haven't watched cartoons in a while either. Jeez.
Yo, let me talk to my boys and maybe I can swing you the HBO Max and we could watch cartoons together over the phone.
You don't need to do that. Wait, what?
Yo, he huh?
I was thinking like, what cartoons are really good?
Foster's Home, Billy and
Yeah,
Mandy, Ed, Ed and Eddie.
I used to watch those when I was a kid, but I was thinking like, oh, maybe you're
Yeah.
gonna talk about something newer, but those are just the old ones.
Oh, something new. I think Steven Universe was good. I still haven't finished it, but it was on. That was the problem with Steven Universe. It was always on hiatus, and I just stopped. I just stopped after like season like 3, I think, when it went on that last hiatus. And I was just like, yeah, I can't keep up with this no more. I don't got the patience to wait. Um, I think Adventure Time is always going to be um in that line of great. It was because of Adventure Time and regular show. Cartoon Network came back from a dark era of like live action shows and stuff like that people didn't like. Which I remember being a kid. I kind of liked. I kind of liked Destroy, Build, Destroy, and dude, what would happen?
That show, like on the Hercules, I think that's the last cartoon that I watched. You,
What?
it's Hercules. Is that the name of the show? You know what I'm talking about?
Hercules.
It was like something about Greek mythology that you recommended.
Oh, that's that's Son of Zeus.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
Son of
That's
Zeus.
the last thing I watched.
Uh, but yeah, but I just I think Cartoon Network went the route that Nickelodeon went on a long time ago, which Cartoon Network like prided themselves on never doing, was just favoriting one show because for Nickelodeon, it's been SpongeBob. SpongeBob runs Nickelodeon cartoons. You know, it runs Nickelodeon cartoons because it's so popular. You know that like SpongeBob is still undefeated in like the Nick Choice Awards for best cartoon or some shit like that.
Nah, I didn't
Right?
know
It
that.
it it wins every year, bro. It has been undefeated till this very day. The day you hear that SpongeBob lost in the Kids Choice Award will be it would be history news. Like this would go down in like history. It get people riled up. Like I'm telling you, that would be on every social media. SpongeBob lost to whatever show, and that show is gonna forever be stapled in the world of cartoons. Like whoever can take that title away from SpongeBob will be king.
I wanted to correct you too. The name of the show is Blood of Zeus, not Son of Zeus.
Oh, it was Blood of Zeus. I don't know why. Oh, I had the word blood in my head. I was thinking Son of Zeus, blood of something. That's what I was feeling in my heart. I knew blood was in there. Blood of Zeus was really fucking good. That's by the people that did the Castlevania anime, which is really good too. It's so fucking good, man. Mm.
Yeah. I want to talk about something else. Like they want Biden to pay back student debt. Do you think he should do that? I know I said that. Like, should the government help pay off student debt
Because of this pandemic or just in general?
in general?
Listen, I don't know much about how that works. I would love the government to pay back student debts. I also think partially, especially now, like I'm kind of like unsympathetic to a lot of people because I think a lot of people that go into debt don't do enough research. And now you're in a world where research is literally in the palm of your hand, and that's what gets them into debt. Like they get these loans that really you shouldn't be taking, you know, when you could go with a different option. I think because of this pandemic and stuff like that, I do think a lot of loans should be paid off. I think the shit that these students have been going through and stuff like that, and they're still paying for like tuition, and so I think some people still had to pay for part of their boarding and stuff like that when they were kicked out.
I got
That's
a
messed up,
refund.
man. You got a refund?
Yeah. So
Well, that's good.
I was wondering what your perspective would be on that because you didn't go to college, so maybe you're like, screw those guys because they didn't have to go. Yeah. Well, I guess
Um,
that's good. Some people are like that.
I I don't know. I want to be like that. Some part of me wants to be like that because you already know we grew up in the same school and stuff like that. We were both AP student. We were both honor students. All my life, I heard like go to college this, go to school that, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, every person that I know of has gone to college and stuff like that. I haven't heard one good thing from, including you. Like that's the thing. I don't hear one good thing. Like everyone I hear is like, I went to school. I got this degree just to work in ShopRite, in this and that. I can't get a job because my job asked for experience. I thought my internship counted as experience. No, you need real working experience. But I have a degree, so I at least know this stuff. Why can't I train? Because we don't want someone to train. So, and then you're gonna tell me that I still need college? I think, and me and my boys have talked about this multiple times. I think college is for people who want to be lawyers, doctors, something that really you need to be taught by an expert. But for the most part, if you work hard enough, you can live your life without going to school. I think it's a nice bragging right and stuff like that. But it says something where now like schools are telling, like places are telling you need to have a master's now instead of a bachelor's. Like, so what's the point of having associates? Because the associates was seen as already like something like, it's, you can live with the associates, but you should definitely do a bachelor's. And a master's is where you really mastered it. You worked hard, you and stuff like that. But now the masters is the standards. You don't think that's kind of fishy? They want you to work harder for this, spend more money in these schools that probably could care less about you and stuff like that, for a piece of paper that probably won't get you a job unless you make the right connections. That's what really is important, is making connections. getting yourself known out there and stuff like that. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I was thinking like in the future, more jobs will stop requiring having a college degree because if you really need someone to do a position, then you don't care. You just want to know they can do the job well. You don't care if they have a degree or where they got their degree, as long as they do the job well.
Exactly.
But
And yeah, man, it's just yeah.
I thought
Is
you
my
were
life a
really,
little difficult?
you can go.
What?
I was gonna say I thought you were really
No,
smart
no.
for not going to college. Now I think that
Thank
like,
you.
oh, you're really smart for not going, huh?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it because most other people are like, "Yo, that's the thing." The more I hear other people's reason why I should go to college, it made me like really see like I made the right choice because none of the choices were about me. It's really more about to make other people look good. Like I talked to this one bartender before this pandemic at the job we like at the location we opened up before the pandemic happened. And I was like, yeah, I didn't. I knew when I was a sophomore in high school, I was not gonna pay for more of this. It was just not for me. Like, I know I have the capability, but I know I can do other things and I can survive just as well. He was like, nah, man, you need to help, um, you know, us out. You know, there's not enough black men, men of color going in. You know, and this and that. I'm like, so just because I'm black, I should have to go to college to prove something for my community. No, I love my community, but doesn't mean I'm gonna put myself through something I know I'm gonna hate and not like for that. Oh, my, you know, you're such a smart kid and this and that. What do your parents think? My parents can think whatever they want. My dad has a degree. He has a degree in criminal justice, just to have businesses that have nothing to do with criminal justice. That's a big thing, you know that, right? Like the criminal justice degree is one of the most useless degree to have
I
because
was thinking
every
about
person
doing it too. That's funny.
I hear I've heard it too many times. I've met people with criminal justice degrees and they just say like, yeah, I don't know why I did it. Like I know certain things and there's I could have not done this to become a police officer. You don't need this in certain counties and stuff like that. I don't I really unless you want to be like super top tier FBI and even then like you don't know if you're going to be willing to live through all that. You haven't made certain mistakes in your life where they just disqualify you. It's just not worth it. And I'm just like, wow, wow.
I actually have a
Then,
minor completed in public justice, which is
ooh, ooh, y'all need the public justice minor. You got the man.
yeah, that's it. It's,
But yeah, man. I once again my biggest thing, and this is why I say people like to pinpoint this and that. They like to just cherry pick. I'm not saying you can't be successful with with a college degree. There's so many evidence of that. You want to go to college? That's something you want to do? Then do it. As long as it's something you want to fucking do. But once again, we are seeing in this world now, you can be making more money almost instantly not going to college. Just because you believed in your dream. Just because you did something and this and that. Am I saying it's 100% right? No, I think a lot of these people follow trends and they got lucky and they don't know how to get past those trends. But there's a lot of proof that other people, it wasn't just a trend. A lot of the YouTubers. Markiplier went to school for engineering. And he talks about this on a late night show. He decides to be a YouTuber. And he didn't tell his mom. He didn't tell his mom until late. Like his mom wasn't. And when his mom found out, I was like, I'm giving you 1 year. If this does not work, you're going back to school. And look, he's a rich guy because of it. And it's just him being him. You can tell this is genuinely the type of person he is. If not, he's a psychopath or a sociopath. He just knows how to blend in well with society. But you can tell he's just a genuinely nice guy. And he's just doing something he loves.
yeah.
You know?
I found one problem. I feel like colleges like my college, their town depends on the college for the economy. So if that college shuts down, that town is in trouble. And it's like that for other
Really?
schools too. I saw a
I
documentary
didn't
on
know that.
I think Vice about this as well.
I
Yeah.
didn't know this. You're teaching me something new.
Because think about
And
it, like they need the college students to come out and like spend money in the town.
oh, they bring in economy. Yes, that makes sense because I was like, I don't feel like the college would be nice enough to like give money to especially if it's a private college.
Yeah.
The city can suffer. We're making money, but it's all the students going in, looking at the local bars, going to the restaurants.
Yeah.
I see that. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of things wrong with a lot of systems. I think that's what I learned in life, and a lot of people are just like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, yo, one of the biggest things that like, and once again, it goes like to the top. This whole shit with presidency. This dude Trump is the biggest winner I've ever seen in my life. I do not like the guy. Once again, I'm gonna stress this. I hate this dude with a passion, but you gotta respect the game. This man got acquitted twice. This man's gonna be known in history for being impeached twice and acquitted twice, bankrupting businesses and all that. And bro, I'm telling you, they're trying to finally get to look at his taxes and this and that. I don't think it's gonna lead anywhere. And even if it does, I think it looks worse for our justice system. It looks worse for our justice system. Because why is it at the highest level where everyone's certain he's done all these wrong things and this and that, he's acquitted, right? But he goes to a minimum security jail where he's going to relax. He's going to still talk his shit. He's going to probably be out within like 2 to 3 years at most. That's being lucky.
Yo, imagine they break Trump out on some Fast and Furious stuff.
Bro, I can believe
Yo.
it. Bro, that's the thing that people don't want to talk about. That's what angers me. They want to blame Trump for everything wrong with America. Trump is not the reason why. Is not the only reason why so many Americans were willing to storm the Capitol building. That is shit that they've been feeling for years. But all people can say is that they're just stupid and that. I'm like, no, this is a problem. People are not happy. These are people that need help and like, or like they need to be talked to, or some of them need to be in jail. It's a lot of this, but everyone wants to focus on Trump, and they're not realizing that's more detrimental, and that at the end of the day, Trump loves it all. Trump loves it all. And once again, I'm not saying we need to actually help those idiots. I know I said like help. I mean like help like the kids that are being raised by them, or like help people that are feeling like their voices are not being heard and feeling down, and maybe they're not having the right thoughts, and they need to be explained why they're not having the right thoughts. You know, because a lot of this shit is just passed down from generation to generation. But like once again, Trump just showed that there's a problem with just America in general. Because it hasn't been a secret that Trump has been this terrible, shitty person, you know? That it's Trump all the time. So why is that still the main focus? Why not focus on why he keeps getting acquitted? Like, I had to talk about this in the car, I think 2 days ago. I was telling someone, I think it was my friend, the reason why Trump got acquitted is because he got a lot of people into places that he needed to get them in, and they know if, like, the Republican Party knows if they impeach Trump, the Republican Party goes down for a while. So they acquit the guy, even though they know he shouldn't be acquitted. A lot of the people in the Supreme Court are in there because of Trump. They quit. They impeach Trump. People are gonna question them, and this and that. It's about protecting their own skin. So you're gonna tell me I should care about politics when obviously I can tell the people who are supposed to be representing me and other people are really just saving their own skins, because I do think this dude Trump needs to be in jail. I do think this dude needs to be locked up. He needs some type of consequence and stuff like that.
What if they change the rule where you only need one part of Congress to impeach someone? Because this is a bit silly what they did here with two times and he didn't get out
But
of office.
but then the flaw in that is that one part controls. That's the thing. I think right now, like, I understand the idea of check and balances, but I think there's flaws that can be fixed, and there has to be like some like actual smart way, because no government's ever going to be perfect. But now we're seeing like the true flaws in our government. And once again, whether you like it or not, it was really important for Trump to be in office because it shows that. I'm more worried about other congressmen that are in seat rather than my president, you know, because Congress has the power to do a lot of stuff to stop the president, just like how the president has powers to stop Congress. But Congress didn't really do much because the people in Congress just listened to Trump, most of the Republicans,
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just stupidity upon stupidity upon stupidity.
Do you think Trump will be president again?
I don't particularly think so. I don't think it's impossible. We have to see within another year and a half, in my opinion. We need to see what happens with Trump if he gets actually put down for like tax evasion or like corruption within his businesses with the lawsuits that people are trying to get on him.
He got
But I do think he'll try to run. What?
he got 70 million votes this time. I think maybe 70, maybe more than 70 million, but
Bro, he got a lot. He got a lot of votes, and a lot of people want to downplay it.
yes,
they
they
want to
do.
say, "Oh, I thank you. I'm not the only one." People want to act like, "Oh, look, a lot of Americans hate him." I'm like, 70 million Americans voted for him. That's still a great portion of Americans that voted for him. That's 70 million people that probably believed in a lot of the things the people that stormed the Capitol building did, but just are too scared to actually act upon it.
There was probably people who wish they could have been in the Capitol building too that day, but they just weren't. Yeah.
Bro, that is scary. That is wild. And the fact that people have the nerve to downplay it shows me like there's a reason why I don't want to say I'm a Democrat. There's a reason why I don't want to say I'm liberal. I don't want to put a name on what I believe in. Because if you're just going to do whatever makes your side looks good, you're just as bad as the other side. It shouldn't be that. Am I saying what a lot of these Republicans believe in is right? Hell no. I think a lot of them are idiots. But let the idiots talk. There's a difference from talking and then acting. I'm not saying let these idiots go ahead and storm the Capitol building, but let them spit their nonsense, man. Because that's what they feel like. A lot of these people feel like they just can't have a voice. And listen, by all means, if you want to spew nonsense about these conspiracies and this and that and make yourself look crazy, by all means, do so. But there's a difference from them spitting like conspiracy theories than them threatening. That I do understand. But everyone thinks, oh, someone says a really disgusting, offensive comment, they're being threatening. No, that's not what it is. They're just racist idiots that are not afraid to say what they want to say. And as Americans, they have the freedom of speech to do so.
Yes.
That's my belief because at the end of the day, I have the right to spew my beliefs back. See if we can come to a middle ground. See if we can change either or opinions or just walk away from each other. But that's the problem. People don't want to walk away. Everything's a fucking fight. Everything is a fucking toy. Yo, if you think you're better than me just because the color of our skin, by all means, go ahead, think that.
I'm
Just
sick of this class. I'm sick of this teacher. I swear to God, I will go to school and punch her in her face. I swear.
I hope you didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, I heard all of that. It's content. Yeah.
Yo, he's recording right now.
I apologize, but this online school crap is bullshit, bro. She's getting at me because of how I highlighted. Are you serious? I follow rules that my original government teacher taught me, not her rules talking about you highlighted everything. I highlight the important shit. Just because you want me to box certain things,
I'm not sure
highlight certain
covering
things.
my mic is helping.
No, it's not. I hear it clearly.
That's not. Go downstairs and go for a walk. You're gonna have to bleep
I don't
like
really
me
remember.
saying her name.
I'm trying to think of highlighting in high school. I don't really remember that much of like teachers stressing that.
And then she's gonna...
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I think her.
I'm done.
She's tight right now. I feel bad.
I'll do it.
Go take a walk. Go take a walk, Leticia. Don't let it eat you up. Go take a walk. Um, I feel bad for this generation because I think the teachers are way more egotistical than what we used to have.
I remember.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say in elementary school, like they would stress highlighting and all that stuff. In high school, I don't remember any teachers doing that.
I don't know, man. I listened over to some and during some of her classes, and I wanna just like yell at these teachers. I'm like, how do you expect your kids to respect you, and you just like demean them in front of all their classmates? You make them feel crap. I remember. I'm just save this, and then we can move past it because we weren't supposed to hear that. To my audience, I hope you liked hearing my family stress out about this whole online schooling. um, the guy answered a question partially, like he's on the road to. Instead of like saying, "Hey, yo, you got it. Don't stop. Don't stop yourself," because the kid felt discouraged because he felt like he wasn't making sense. You could just tell he just wasn't feeling it because he didn't have confidence in himself. He was like, "I'm not understanding because like you're getting a cohesive answer here, but you're not there all the way and this and that." Just like demeaning the kid. I'm like, and you want him to continue on after you just went on like that? I'm not saying be over cautious and oversensitive, but don't be like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with you because you had the answer and this and that and you just didn't continue. And then like, don't make the kid feel shitty for not being confident. But that's just me. That's just me. You already know my opinion on teachers, and I'll make this clear to everyone. Teachers are still just as human as you. I've dealt with teachers that you can consider being part of the bullying process for me when I was in high school. We were in a school where a teacher who had tenured, and you didn't believe me. You didn't believe me. I looked up stories, and I told you how powerful tenure is. He told a kid to literally go kill himself, and he got suspended with pay. With pay. And he came back afterwards. Bro, so that's my opinion. Don't listen to your parents 100% because your parents are from a different time where they tell you your elders are right. But those same elders were touching young little boys and girls back then.
This, man.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like
It's
bro,
not. I feel like.
bro,
it's-
but like I know I'm being extreme, but I feel like that is just common sense. I would just like as soon as I start hearing these stories, and now like it's getting more and more, you're starting to see more of these stories coming out. Like the fact that like these teachers There's stories of them putting their hands on kids, sexually touching. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that serious. I didn't want you to be on the podcast like that. It's all good. It's all good. You're fine. Um, um, Back to what I was saying. That there's stories of these teachers molesting kids and this and that. You're still gonna keep preaching to the kids just because they're adults. They're in the right. Just because they're your teacher, they are right. That is such flawed teaching. Then you might as well say all those molesters, all those like physical abusers, they were right. They were those same teachers at one point. Am I wrong?
I just feel like that's an extreme case.
But Michael, how many cases are there? There's a lot of cases like that. Like that's the thing. I think thinking like that, like, oh, it's an extreme case. Okay, yes, it is an extreme case, but it's an extreme case that happens a lot. I'm not
Okay.
supposed like it should not equate to being like, oh, maybe we shouldn't put too much trust in these teachers. Maybe we should learn who these teachers are. I'm not saying not to trust your teachers. Some teachers are going to be really important in your life. Like my third grade teacher will always be one of my favorite teachers. He was a great guy. I have him on Facebook. He's living life and stuff like that. Our AP literature teacher, I called him not too long ago, had a great talk, told him, yo, when I first met you, I really thought you were just this egotistical guy, but like then I realized, which I still think he partially can be egotistical, but I've realized that's just a lot of English teacher. I think they at a certain point when they finally reach there, they realize I became a teacher. I'm top notch in English and all that stuff, but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I had a great talk, and the thing I really loved about that teacher, he didn't cherry pick who he liked. He treated everyone just like they were equal. If he thought your writing was bad, your writing was bad. And I thought that was like so good because the issue about our class, our AP class, we not us particularly, that because me and you, bro, we weren't like that. Everyone were just people to us. But like a lot of the popular kids in our class, that like the honors class, loved the shit talk that people in the regular normal classes or
I never
classes that
did
are.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying all of us were like that, but a big part of our school was like that, and I think that's the design of the school system. Is just because you're this high honors kid that like probably had a parent that like beat into you to be this smart kid or like push you really hard to the point you didn't want to, or for me, I feel like I was really lucky enough to be gifted with a great memory. I could memorize stuff. When it came to English vocabulary tests, I could ace them easily. I could memorize definitions like nobody other. But when it came to actually writing essays, I fucking sucked. When it came to math, I was pretty fucking good. 80s, 90s, sometimes 70s. It also depended on the teacher. If I didn't have a really good teacher to explain to me how this stuff worked, I wasn't doing well. And forget about it. You already know. I was I was godly when it came to history because that's all memorization. I was just lucky like that, in my opinion. And this shouldn't mean you should just uplift these people and be like, this is what you should strive for, and just down talk the other classes. And I think once again, that's really on the the school system. I just think that's the system of America in general. They love to shit talk people in bad situations, people that are beneath them. Instead of just saying, hey, there's a reason they're like that. Look at the area they grow up with. Maybe their family life is not the greatest. Maybe they're struggling and we're not willing to listen, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just me, the kid that didn't go to college.
I was like surprised. I didn't understand when you weren't going because I'm thinking like you make more money when you go to college. Why wouldn't you want to go? Dog.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah, they have like all this information about like on average people who go to college make more than those who don't.
Bro, honest truth, I've, I don't know. I feel like maybe if you're in a certain situation, you're around a lot of people that same situation. Like for me, I'm a bartender. I'm in the food industry, so I meet a lot of people that are in the food industry. But yo, a lot of people that are in the food industry are big college people. A lot of people that I know right now are still going to school, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to shit talk you guys. I'm never gonna shit talk them for going, but I just like, damn, I could never, man.
So you're never gonna go to
I could
college?
never. Bro, I'm telling you, until there's a reason where I feel like I want to, there's a reason why I want to, not because everyone else tells me to or it's this and that. Probably not. I just can't. I and maybe this is wrong. Maybe this is me being undisciplined. Maybe this is me just letting a lot of situations back in the past affect my decisions now. But I just can't see myself paying or being in debt for the same things I went through in high school, just in a harder level, just so that I can have a slightly better chance at getting certain jobs. And once again, I say slightly, really, really like slightly, because I don't see it. I just don't see it. Once again, everyone I talk to that have gone to college, particularly you, too. Like, you tell me, like, you not too long ago in the beginning of this podcast, you were just like, you were really smart not to go. I'm like, why would I want to go then?
Because they
What
say
would
you
be
make more
the?
money when you go to college.
They say I make more money to go to college. Who's they? Who are these people that tell you these things? You know, that's the one thing I want people to understand. Pay attention to the people that tell you these things. Pay attention to the people who keep telling you why you should go and stuff like that. See where they're at. See how they're living their lives and stuff like that. Just see,
But
man.
part of it,
And then think, oh, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I'm thinking you could go to community college and then pay your way through. You could do that path. You don't have to take out the debt.
That's true, but um, yeah, you can, but once again, it's just like, but why? Why do I want me being a bartender? And I love it. Honestly, it could be a real career for me. I
Okay.
do have plans of owning a bar one day,
You have a
owning a
plan. That's good
business.
enough.
Exactly. The problem is the plan needs money, and I really had a plan. I really was thinking about by now within 2021 being like a private bartender, doing like private events and stuff like that. Have my own LLC and stuff like that, or just company. Have a couple of my boys help me and this and that. There's one guy particularly and stuff like that. Actually, the boy I'm talking about right now, me and him still have plans on owning like a deli one day, like a deli store and stuff like that, like a bodega, because there's good money in that, and it's something like you don't always have to be there for it. You can assign people to run it. You just got to know your merchandise, and you just got to pay attention to money and stuff like that. And that's wealth generating while you're still focusing on other things. Um,
Yeah.
but once again, this pandemic kind of really killed that for me, you know. But hopefully, with what I'm planning, and hopefully it works out. You know what I've been striving for. I'm just hoping it actually works out. It hasn't been a waste of time, and I'm not going to tell the viewers yet because I want to keep it a surprise because I haven't even told my own mother about it. Um, like she asked me yesterday because I told her I just came from White Plains. I was doing stuff with them, and I was just telling her I don't know if this is going to work out, so I'm not going to tell you right now. But if this does work out, I just want to let you know this probably make me the happiest person in the world. And it's just like I'm just trying to have hope in it. If not, I'm still happy where I'm at. I'll finally get my first tattoo. That's like my thing. Like if I hear like this is a waste of time, this wasn't worth it, I'm not gonna try it anymore, and I'm just gonna get my first tattoo, and then worry about life afterwards.
Yeah, I want to run businesses also. I think this
Well,
is
you
one.
can. All a business is, and this is just to put it simply. Obviously, there's more cogs, but always just start simple. Just think about it. What am one? I my opinion too. Once again, I think everyone can finally figure this out after the many times I've said it more. I believe in following in your dreams, following something you actually like, because you can do something you actually like and it can still be tedious. So imagine doing that for something you don't like. It's hell. So at least do something you like so that even when you get tired, you're just like, hey, it's at least something that I'm in love with. I'm never going to stop having to love with. I'm just tired because of my age and stuff like that. And there's still other things I want to do with my life. Uh, what can I do that I love that attracts an audience, attracts customers, guests, whatever you want to call them? That what commodity do I have to offer to these people? And will it be enough to survive? And once you figure it out, figure out how you can distribute, how you can push it off, who you can trust to help you with. And then you just keep building on and building on. That's all a business is. A business doesn't just start instantly. They wasn't built, Rome wasn't built in a day. um, it's the same thing with a business. It takes steps. It takes time. It takes money. So don't just think the immediate picture. Just start small. Start with, okay, what do I like? And how can I make that a commodity to an audience that's willing to take it from me? And you just think about it. Think about it for a little bit of time. And if it doesn't work, off to the next plan. Next. Failure is just a part of the process. Don't be afraid of failure. It's how you learn. Because if we were all winning all the time, life would be pretty boring.
Yeah.
If I didn't have such a pure heart, I feel like I would make it big as a con artist. I think I'm really good at uplifting people. I probably could do those motivational speeches. Like I listen to a lot, like I hear myself talk and I'm like, damn, I really sound like one of those self-help guys. And people really just love my energy. What do you think? Or am I blowing smoke up my ass?
Yeah, I guess so. It's not like a good job though. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's a good job. I'm just saying like I think I could have
Dude.
done. I could have been a con artist if I wasn't so good of heart. Anything else you want to talk about,
I had this thought earlier. Do you think Naruto could do a prequel?
bro? Bro. I just want Naruto to just rest in peace.
Oh
Let us remember.
man. Rest
No,
in
no, like
peace.
just let it rest, bro. I don't understand why Boruto had to be a thing. Boruto did not. Literally, the show did not end, and Boruto came into existence. Is that not a problem with people?
I like the idea of it, but it wasn't executed well. So there goes that.
Bro, nothing is executed well when it's a cash grab. Boruto was a cash grab. No one can convince me otherwise. It was legit a cash grab.
Oh.
Naruto, even with all its faults, because everyone knows Naruto had problems. Naruto had a lot of problems with it. but it still found a way to end the show where people were really happy. It's always going to be remembered as one of the top three, the big three of animes, right? So why not let that just
Cause
let that just exist? It's not like you still can't make money off of it. You can do like anniversary merch. People would still be making fan art. Hell, maybe if you gave it the time, maybe some of these low class artists could have came up with better ideas for a sequel than what the actual manga artists came up with. Well, I heard the manga is pretty okay. It's not that bad, but the TV show is garbage. Um, and stuff like that. I just think it's like,
okay. That's,
why? Why not let just something rest? It's not bad. Some things have to come to an end. Like I think it's so funny that people complain like, oh, the show's going on for too long and this and that and stuff like that. But you're the reason why it goes on. Make it clear by not watching it anymore. Make it clear. But people still watch Boruto. People still let it go on.
I
That's here.
I had Kashi's father in mind, like hearing a story from him or like the older generation.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I took off my headphones.
I'm saying, you saw when you were at the mall.
Do you have on your headphones now?
No, I didn't see what you said.
Oh, well, that's how you turn your.
No, I just turned it because Ori was up here. Sorry, talking to my sister again. I'm looking at my little cute baby cat. Come here, Ori. How are you, baby? Such a good girl. Oh, what were you saying now?
I had Kakashi's father in mind. Like, I want to hear more stories from the older generation.
I think they could do like mini series. I wouldn't want a whole prequels.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
that's even that. Just more content from that they could gradually release, and we'd like it.
I but for me, I'm just chill with just letting shit be shit. You know, just let it like just let it rest. Let me just remember, like, you know, because like for me it was just like Naruto didn't really end. Naruto really didn't end. It feels like it continues in Boruto, and that feels sad because Boruto is not a way to continue such a decently good show. You know, I'm not gonna say great. I'm not gonna say great, but it was really good. You know.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's all I want to talk about, I think.
That's it. Yeah, I don't even have more to put into your side.
No, I just thought it would be entertaining and like see more from like the older generation. We learn more about like how life was for them. But,
I do think it would be more interesting because like during their time, that was like the real Wild West. They were just killing people left and right, innocent children. You know.
we could get into some real creepy stuff and do like a perspective from Orochimaru.
Oh, I would love that. I think Orochimaru was such a wasted character. He was such a
It would
wasted
be some
villain.
weird stuff to watch. Him and his experiments and stuff like that.
Because like I don't really understand Orochimaru other than the fact that he really just wants to live forever. That's it. But like, who is his father? How is he who is like did he really care for Jiraiya and Tsunade? Because like Jiraiya and Orochimaru are kind of like best friends, and then Orochimaru did his crazy shit, and he just like fuck everyone. I wanna pursue this, and I'm going to.
There goes the prequel right there.
I can see that, but I don't know. For the time being, I want Naruto to just end, go into peace, and relax. Just relax before we're giving all this extraness. Because I feel like if there was time given into Boruto instead of it just being like, yo, Boruto, the series is coming out, and we're just watching these kids who don't know anything about the war that happened. We're watching firemen doing wearing this fireman clothes doing ninjas. Bro, it's just some of the dumbest things I be seeing I saw in that show. It's just like, why? Why? It was supposed to be the era of peace. You know what I'm saying? That was the point. Naruto brought peace to a world that never thought could see peace. Just to bring it back into this, oh, we have a new prophecy to bring out. Immediately after, this child of prophecy fulfilled this prophecy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it was not necessary.
Yeah, I was just interested to see how their children would turn out and all that stuff. That's what I was initially interested in, but
You know, honest truth, I was not interested in the kids one bit. I just wanted to see Naruto, and like the older generation see how they are as parents, like see how life is them being grown up. The kids were like a bonus, but then we had that piece of shit Boruto who just is a piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, and let me just say this. I still don't understand how Choji got with that black girl. I give it to my man. My man got with that good chocolate, but I don't get it. They've never talked once into the. I don't know. People like if anyone can show me, but I don't remember them talking enough to come to a point where like they get married.
I don't even remember the woman he's with. What's her? Do you know her name?
I don't know her name, but she's part of the village that Killer Bee and the Raikage is from.
Cloud.
The land of lightning, the cloud. There we go. The hidden village, the cloud, the hidden village of Cloud or whatever. The Cloud Village. I can't remember. But yeah, she was part of that place. You know. So I don't understand where like these two even meet. Like people, that's still an ongoing joke. No one like ever saw Choji and this girl ever getting together. You know?
Yeah.
Is this where we're gonna end it?
Yeah, I'd like to see them do a prequel. So do a prequel, guys, because
Oh, I guess
just
not.
abandon Boruto and do a prequel.
About Bandit Boruto. They're pretty cool. I don't know, man.
Is there
I
anything
just
else you want to talk about?
the shit with Cuomo is wild. I've been wanting to get this off my chest because I just think it's so funny. Like Republicans were so quick to quit Trump, but they're so quick to try to impeach and remove Cuomo's like emergency powers.
I just feel like he won't really be bothered by it. He's been the governor of New York for 10 years.
Bro, he's actually not came like I don't know from anything I've seen. I see it on the news. I saw it yesterday in the morning, a couple of days ago. Like they're still talking about it, but like Cuomo is still doing his like talks on like CNN to other people and like he doesn't like he hasn't addressed it. I feel like
Just how you
so
let things
that's
die, you just let it go.
but like the thing I'm not understanding was and for those people who don't know about New York politics. Our governor, Andrew Cuomo, right? It's Andrew Cuomo,
Yes, that's his name.
or is Andrew Cuomo? Uh, he's been like right now during the pandemic, kind of hated by everyone. That's how I see it because he's actually trying to do his job and protect the people. Everything he's done so far, I feel like, is something a sane person would do in a pandemic that's killing certain people. It's very contagious. Would do, but with that, it comes with sacrifices. A lot of businesses are dying. A lot of people are losing money. But I think at the end of it, that would have been just the final cause of it if people were all catching the virus anyway. You know what I mean? It would just have
Yeah.
led to that anyway. Um, but right now they finally have him on something, which I still don't know. Maybe you can tell me, bro. Um, Recently his top aide admitted that they lied about certain numbers of deaths. And it's a higher percentage. It was 50% that were hitting of deaths happening in like nursing home and healthcare facilities for like elderly and sick during this pandemic. And now everyone's ready to like try to strip him of his emergency powers. The Republicans are trying to impeach him because like I watched it on the news. They were like he's like the golden idea of a governor. He's like the what most governors want to strive for. And I feel like that's the biggest reason why they want to catch him on this because they want to bring him down a peg. But like the thing is, I'm not sure if Cuomo knew that his top aide was doing this. You know what I mean?
Uh, we just feel like you're responsible. If your top aide is doing something bad, then you're responsible as well. That's how we do things.
Of course, I understand that because we don't know the full information. But he hasn't
Even
but no, because I would respect this man to come out and be like, hey, I never knew my top aide was doing this. She is a good person, but I have told her to resign and step down because this was something that was wrong. Like that's how Cuomo is. Like he's just a man of like that tries his best to be honest. From how I've seen things, you know. I'm not sure if there's anything he's ever done corrupt and stuff like that. Maybe some people can point that out, but like for the most part, I think the guy is a genuinely good guy that really cares for this state.
yeah, it's just we don't care. We just feel like if your top aide is doing something, then you're responsible too. You're supposed to be like keeping, I guess, tabs on them, make sure they're not doing anything bad like this.
I guess. I just think right now is not the time to be like trying to. Once again, if he was involved with it, I 100% believe that he should have. I should be facing repercussions. But no one's explaining to me if Cuomo was involved. And I'm guessing since you still haven't even answered the question, you don't even know if he was involved.
No, we don't know if he was involved. I don't believe we know if he was involved or not.
So
I
yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead.
I guess it's
Sure.
possible you can say that he was really busy at this time, so he can't really keep track of what his top aide is doing, but we still feel like he's responsible. So
I feel like he's responsible in dictating repercussions on his top aide. I think that's what he's responsible for. But if he's dealing with this such and such, this and this and that, and he's delegating certain things to certain people, and his top aide was delegated to that, and she thought it was important to hide the numbers. That's on her. That's on his top aide. And now that if this was something hidden from him, and he finds out, I think his his part is to make sure she gets repercussions because no one's perfect. If someone's lying to you, someone's lying to you. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
know, if she's handling most of the paperwork for the numbers and stuff like that, or seeing what goes in and out, all she has to do is show like the false paperwork to him and just claim it's real paperwork. And is he really going to say no to his top aide that he's trusted for years? You know what I'm saying?
yes, I understand what you're saying.
So I think it's just these people. I think people really hate him right now. I think people are gonna look back on this and be like, "Wow, we're kind of really hard on Cuomo," because a lot of people's idea is that Cuomo wants small businesses to die, And I don't think that's the issue. I think that's something the American government itself should focus on. I think Cuomo has been doing his best to just protect the people in New York, keep them healthy, keep the children healthy. And yeah, sacrifices happen, but he did what he thought was best. And for the most part, like once again, there was not mayor or governor. It was the governor of Florida, right? That said a whole like fucking SWAT squad to people to a person doing her job who had no fear of pointing a gun upstairs after she just warned her like I have kids upstairs. Let me go let me go get them. You one of you can follow me, but please don't point the guns upstairs. And they still did it. And you know what's amazing? That shit died quickly. I thought that would still be talked about. That's something, but I don't know what happened to that governor. I don't know what happened to that doctor. I don't know what went on after that, and that's sad. You know?
Yeah. I just feel like Cuomo, you've been governor for 10 years. It's long enough. You can do a different job now. That's what, like, you're at a job for 10 years. You can move on. Especially when, like,
I guess so. I agree with that. 10 years is long enough. But is it Cuomo's fault that he just does a good job? Because there must be a what is the term for being governor? How
I
long is
tried
the
to
term?
look it up. It seemed like they don't have a limit in New York.
Not a term limit, but I'm saying like it still comes to a time where they have to decide like, oh, it's time to like a vote again on a governor, and Cuomo has to run for that, right?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. So like, how long is like the term for it? Like, how long is he governor until he has to go run again for governor?
I'm looking it up. It says term length 4 years, no term limit. So I guess it's unlimited. He can be governor for the rest of his life if he wanted to, but just every 4 years he has to run.
Every 4 years. So he's been governor for 10 years. He still has 2 more years to finish out. 12 years is long enough. I agree with you. But like once again, it's just like the people spoke. They wanted him for a third term. You know, the people spoke.
All right. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you think he'll be president one day, but after this, I guess people don't want him as president.
I don't think he. I don't think he would ever pursue to be president. He doesn't. I think he more wants to be about his people, because he's a New Yorker, right? He grew up in New York, right? Like he seems
So
like
did
he
Donald
just
Trump.
screams or stuff like that. I know Donald Trump. I know Donald Trump did. Of course he did. But like for me, I think Cuomo's just more focused on like I'm gonna handle my people and I want to make sure my people are good, rather than focus on a whole bunch of other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's really confidence.
wrong with her. What?
It's really confidence thinking you're the best person in the state for this job.
That's true. I think anything when it comes to politics is confidence. Once again, look at Trump. He was confident the first time he ran, and you're one of the disbelievers. I still deserve. You know what? Actually, no. I lost this year's bet, so it equals out. You don't have to pay me that 20 I've been waiting for.
I already
for
paid
years.
you. You forgot I paid you already.
Oh, you did pay me, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Cash App. This.
Oh, you did. That's just like how long it feels like. I've been waiting since high school. And it took you how many years afterwards?
I think I felt like I shouldn't
But
pay you.
yeah. But that's not how the bet works. That's not how the bet works, Michael. You made a bet and you own up to it.
Okay.
I still remember you in a class. Have you seen the debates?
Yeah.
Oh man, his debates were awful. How do you think he's gonna win? I was like, just watch, he's gonna win. That's all I told you. I was like, watch. Everyone thinks he's not gonna win. He got this far and he keeps getting further and further.
Were you
Yeah,
seeing the
y'all
Trump
don't see it.
signs? Is that why you thought that he would be
Bro, it's not about the Trump sides. It's the fact that he became the Republican primary. This man was talking about building a wall around America, and he still became the primary for the Republican Party. I was just like, okay, there's no way he's not gonna win. It's just this is Lucky Street for him. It's gonna keep going. Watch. It's just everything worked in his favor. I'm just saying. It's just like nothing was feeling wrong. Nothing was feeling wrong for him. Like still, like people still want to talk about like, oh, the Russian probe and this and that. He still ran the country for 4 years. And if you're gonna keep pushing for that, good luck. Because if they can't acquit him for inciting a riot at the Capitol building, I don't think they're gonna really care about him rigging the election if it did happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Which I don't feel like people talk about anymore. I feel like they throw it in there once in a while as a small jab, but like I think that died a long time ago. The whole Russian probe. I could be wrong.
I feel like it doesn't matter anymore. That's what it feels like. What are they gonna do? They're gonna try to hold like those Russian officials responsible for it.
Russian Vladimir Putin try to come over and be like, nah.
That
No.
could really start conflict too. Like if they try to hold someone like Putin, if he came here, that would start conflict. So they don't want to
Of
do
course,
something
of
like
course.
that.
Oh no, man. Listen. Have trust in the government, but don't trust in it too much because at the end of the day, it's ran by people just like me and you who still focus on having their own back. Yeah, there's some outliers out there, but for the most part, everyone's just trying to make sure their pockets are filled and they're living life. You know, look at Ted Cruz. He left
Yeah, that was gold.
his state.
Part of me was thinking they're not really
Oh,
used to
but
that
it-
kind of weather. Like,
Bro, all I can say is just like I don't know why people are surprised. Ted Cruz hasn't acted anything else but himself. So they're acting all surprised that he left Cancun with his family, and it was just like his excuse was like, "Oh, my daughter has been planning this trip, and I just wanted to see her off safely. I'm gonna take a plane right back after I drop her off and make sure she's safe." But the mom was there, you know, a lot. It's just so funny. That's all I can say. And my heart is out to those people in Texas who are suffering right now because the world is going to shit.
yeah, I hope they
You know,
get
there's
help.
Yeah. There's still people that like still want to believe that climate change is fake. And I'm just like you just want to believe whatever you want to believe is true, and that's a dangerous thought of mine because like you cannot keep telling me that climate change doesn't exist. In Texas, you're going through this huge like ice winter storm. You know, like Texas known for droughts having ice storms, bro. That's wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking it's difficult for them because like if it's 30 degrees and you don't have power, that means like you're freezing cold if you try to take a shower or anything like that.
Oh, without a doubt. I agree 100%. I think this is just it's just a terrible situation. It just sucks that their government officials really suck like that. That guy, the mayor I didn't know he resigned the next day too. These people are way too comfortable about what they say on social media and stuff like that. And mind you, I say a lot of things, but there's certain things I know I can keep my mouth shut on. Um, he had the nerve to say everyone whining and complaining that the government needs to help them during this time. They need to stop being babies, and this is natural selection. Only the strongest will survive.
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm just like, I feel bad for these people, but at the end of the day, what can I say? You guys elected him. They elected Ted Cruz as governor. What can I say,
No, he's
man?
not governor. He's senator or something.
Or senator, my fault. Whatever Ted Cruz is. These are people that were elected. You know?
Are you gonna watch Mandalorian?
No,
Oh, you're not gonna
I'm
watch that
probably
one.
not.
It's great. You should watch it.
It's great. It's great. I need to watch the Clone Wars. I have Disney Plus thanks to my boy. So I'm gonna watch the Clone Wars, the last season. That's what I need to watch. Is the Clone Wars. I heard that was phenomenal.
Uh,
Uh,
but you've watched some of the Clone Wars already. You said the last season, right?
I I watched all of the Clone Wars except for season 7. That show was such a masterpiece. Once again, something Cartoon Network started. You know, the like Cartoon Network, just go back to your old ways in America, please. Just give these shows that want to be something else other than like mindless drivel to kids a
I don't, I
chance.
don't know what it was like. I was never interested in watching that. Maybe because it's a cartoon or what. I don't.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's one of the best things. Bro, that show is what like I tell people is like why the prequels are so important. It gave us that show. Like you see like the importance of the Clone Wars and stuff like that. And that show is really good. You could really just take away the movies. I feel like they should do like a remake of the movies, but in the Clone Wars animation style, and do like a whole like do the Phantom Menace over again, but make it a little bit more interesting, not so boring. Take a little take Jar Jar a little bit out of it because like just fix the problems that people had with the prequels. But once again, people can't talk shit about the prequels anymore because like the prequels weren't really that bad when you compare the newer the newer trilogies. You
Yeah,
know,
those are bad. I think Mandalorian's better than the newer movies. I haven't watched the last Star Wars movie that came out, but the other two I saw.
bro, bro, it says something that the trilogies, whenever they're brought up, it's only about bad shit or how like certain thing is getting retcons. Because I'm subscribed to a lot of like Star Wars comics channels or like people that like to explain about it. And whenever like something about the new trilogy gets explained, it's either about something that's bad or like that they're retconning because that's what Disney is doing now with all this stuff with the comic books with the Mandalorian. They're retconning a lot of the stuff that's happening in the last trilogy that came out. Because like
Okay.
once again, how is Grogu alive if Anakin killed all the younglings? You know,
He dies. I
they
was
had.
telling Jose he's going to die.
You think Grogu's going to die
Yes, of course, because all of the Jedi's on the Luke died except for Kylo Ren.
and stuff like that? No, that's not what we're saying. The thing is, Grogu was part of the younglings that Anakin killed. But all this time,
No, he
like
wasn't.
they're
Was he?
yes,
Oh, I don't think
yes,
I understood that.
Anakin killed all the younglings, and then Anakin killed all the remaining Jedi's that were alive, except for like Obi-Wan and then like Ahsoka. But Ahsoka came later. Like that's the thing. Ahsoka was added into the story later into the Star Wars universe, and they explain how she survives. But like the thing that that didn't make a sense about Grogu. Grogu was part of the group of younglings
That doesn't make
that
sense.
but like they explain it in the comics books. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Certain things are getting everything gets is getting changed and stuff like that. It's just how I feel. Once again, is the nature of the machines. When people love something and stuff like that, Baby Yoda, and then the people that get past the little cutesiness is like, how's this possible? I thought the younglings all got slain by Anakin. So how is Grogu part of that group if they all got slain? you know?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me now.
Yeah, yeah, but a lot of shit is a lot of shit is happening. You know, you know who I feel. I talked about this with my best friend's boyfriend who got really screwed over in the new trilogy of the Star Wars franchise.
Um, you're gonna say Finn?
Yep, John Boyega. They really because bro, I still remember when The Force Awakens came out.
I didn't see the
Everyone saw
last
the
movie. I'm
commercial.
guessing he dies in the last one.
No, 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 no. I don't think he dies. I don't think he dies at all. I think people would be really upset. I think Disney knew better if they would kill him off. I don't know. I could be wrong. I never watched any of the three. But the point I was making is I think it's so funny and this also talks about the nature of how people need to stop talking about we need more inclusivity and this and that, and they don't realize all it does is get these companies to pretend inclusivity, get more people at it. Because I still remember when the Force Awakens came, the trailers came out. The talk of the town was how this black guy is holding a lightsaber. Are we getting a new black Jedi? What's happening? What is this? They focused on him. On the poster, he's in the front with everyone else. If you see the poster that they put out for China, he's barely in it. Disney knew what they were doing. And then he ends up being this lackluster character that was the guy himself says he expected to be treated so much differently in this role. They explained it to be something so much differently than he actually was, and that he'll never participate in Star Wars ever again. They just
Dang.
used really, bro. It is true because I think about it, I'm like, I really thought this dude Finn was gonna be
In
so
this one, it
important.
looks like he's holding a lightsaber too.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Listen,
And then it's all about Rey and Kylo Ren. The story is literally all about Rey and Kylo Ren, and everyone else is really just side characters that people just bash on.
dang son. What?
And that's shitty, bro. Oh, someone just hit me
Yeah,
on
that was me.
the face. Oh, that was you. Yeah, that's him holding the lightsaber. That is 100% him holding the lightsaber. And if you look at the poster they did for him in China, he's barely in it.
He does hold the lightsaber at some point in the movie, I think, right? He fights with
He does. He does. I think he saves Ray or something like that. That
yeah.
was bro, that was one of the things that oh no, I think Ray saves him. He picks up the lightsaber and Ray comes out of nowhere and saves him from Kylo, who almost nearly kills him. But when you look at the trailer, Ray is not really the main point in those trailers. You just focus on this stormtrooper who then ends up in the part of that trailer holding a lightsaber, and you're thinking oh, maybe this is a guy who has force. This is what I thought. I thought this was going to be a stormtrooper who didn't believe in anything the Galactic Empire believed in, and he ends up finding out he has this weird, strange powers, and he doesn't realize he's one with the Force and stuff like that. And we learned something new about that, and he just ends up being pushed into such the background, bro.
I was thinking Rey did not need to be like the last Jedi. She didn't need to be the one focused on. It could have been like a group of different Jedi's in my opinion.
Bro, it sucks because I heard the actress that plays Rey, she's a really good actress. And this feels like it's gonna be a role that like sits with her for a long time. That's what sucks about this industry. Certain roles can just stay with you for a while, where it's just like it can either make or break you. And bro, Ray, I think everyone by now can really just say Ray was not a well-developed character. That's not me being sexist. This is not me hating on women. She's just not a well-developed character. They really just put and what's sad is because there was chances of her being a well-developed character. We could have found out more about her parents. All we find out about her parents, spoilers alert, is that they sold her for drugs and parts. That's kind of what was said. Even though like the other movie, it hinted at her actually having family members being part of the Force, when really the Force just picked her. I think this is what it was, like just picked her out of everyone in the universe to hold what was left of the light side of the Force, because most of the people that were part of the Force were either dead or stopped practicing, some shit like that. That's why it was something like that, because that's why Kylo Ren and Rey are so fucking strong without being like so experienced like some of these other people. It's because they're literally the last bit of each side of those Force. Rey's the dark side of the Force. I mean, Rey's the light side of the Force. Kylo Ren's the dark side of the Force, and they hold all that power instead of it being equally spread amongst multiple people.
Yeah, I laugh because I was watching the fight with Kylo Ren versus Finn. I sent it to you too, and this dude is like dueling with the lightsaber. I think he does a pretty good job because he hits Ren in this fight, and he doesn't even have the Force or anything. So, good job.
Well, once again, like with I had to give it to Finn because he was a stormtrooper. I think he was actually trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that. So I think you gotta. I feel like that's stuff you have to reach for. But like, remember, he was a stormtrooper beforehand. So I think I think
he's fighting a trained Jedi, and he got a hit on him. So I think that's an accomplishment there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Poor John Boyega, because he's good, man. I just can't imagine that. I just can't imagine like being in this, expecting to be like the successor, because I feel like in his head, even though he probably doesn't want to admit it, because that's probably sounding a little douchey, but like for me, if I was that situation, I'm gonna be the next Luke Skywalker. I want to continue the legacy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just to be just used as a pawn, because I'm gonna say it. That's what he was. He was if you want a true example of a token black character, this is the best example. Literally a character just pushed on to make it seem like, oh, we're all inclusive. We're about having everyone part of the family. And like try to push it off like he's going to be really important, when I can't tell you anything this man really does other than get his ass whooped and then saved. Like this one thing with Kylo Ren, I guess is really cool, but he still ends up getting saved by Rey at the end of it, if I remember. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to pay for Disney Plus, to be honest. Like I had it and I was enjoying it, but like I don't always watch that stuff. And like a month could pass where I'm not using it, I'm paying for it. That's what I'm thinking.
I feel you. You need to just do what I do. I have one thing that my friends really want, and then like my other friend has one thing that all of us really want, and then the other one has something else we all really want, and we just trade it all off. Like I have HBO Max and Disney Plus because of one certain friend, and now I have Funimation, the Funimation subscription thing because of my friend, because he wanted my Crunchyroll
Okay.
and stuff like that. You know, you just gotta have the right friend circle.
It's $6. Like, I could just pay for it instead of asking a friend. Like, not everyone wants you on their account, but I don't really have anything to offer either because I don't have any
But you also
services.
gotta think about it this way. This is how I think about it, because like it makes so much sense. Yeah, it's $6, but then then you want Netflix, then you want Hulu, because like the thing is, what sucks about the era we're in is that these people can get exclusive rights to certain things. Like HBO Max has all the Cartoon Network stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I really want, is the Cartoon Network stuff. I want to watch those old cartoons and stuff like that. And I can't get certain things on Netflix and Hulu that I can on HBO Max. There's certain things I can't get on Hulu or Netflix and HBO Max, but I can get on Disney Plus. It's just that's what's terrible about the nature of this world now. It's just like this world of like subscription, like streaming services, is that if there's something I really, really want to watch, am I really just gonna buy just this one to watch it, you know,
Okay.
and then cancel?
I think like some
And then,
shows they let you pay for it on Google, so that could be a solution. Like you just pay what
but
$10 for the actual season or whatever.
but no one wants to do that. What would be the point, instead of me paying like $6, $10 a month to get unlimited access to a lot of things?
Yeah, you're
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You know, back in the day where like it was about VHSs, DVDs, and Blu-rays, and don't get me wrong, there's still people that want that. They still do. Like I have a lot of VHS tapes that I'm never gonna sell or throw away. I'm gonna like probably raise my kids off of them, so they,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna make sure my kids are so out of date with certain things, cause like I think like I said, technology is making these kids really lazy and dumb. Like, so dumb that they're not willing to try to cheat. You know what I mean?
One thing I feel like if I have kids, like I'll try to hold them off from having smartphones for as long as possible because that stuff is too
That's
much.
the thing. That's the thing. And I get into arguments with the certain person that I mentioned earlier in the show. You know, we talked about it. If me and her ever decide, yeah, we want to tie the knot, if we decide that me and her are right together and we decide to have a kid, I believe my kid should get a flip phone until I see they have the right to have
It's too
a
much.
smartphone.
It's too much.
What's too much? Them having a flip phone?
The smartphones is too much.
Thank you. That's the point I'm saying. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to bleep the name. You 100% bleep
I
the
gotta
name.
download like a bleep thing. I just edit out the part.
Yeah, edit it out or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, she, I tell her, I'm like, because her focus is like, they're going to get bullied. They're going to get bullied regardless. They're probably going to get bullied 10 times more having social media. Like, I don't get that argument. Where do you think kids get bullied most now? On Instagram, on Twitter, or all that stuff. If the kids don't have the source to get on that, yeah, they're gonna be bullied. Like, oh, they got the Obama phone, the this and that. But when they come home, they don't give a shit. That's a problem. I'm like, y'all think of short-term problems, but the long-term problem is, what I'm seeing is that these kids care more about social media than just being kids.
Yeah, I think also like the problem is like it's beneficial having it. Like the educational apps they have on it are great, so it's hard to not want to give your kids that stuff.
I feel, I feel you. I just want to find a smartphone that's at least smart enough that has like GPS tracking and stuff like that. And stuff, and whatnot. I just don't want it where like my kids can do this and that all the time, get social media. And her defense is that, oh, we could just put a child block on it and this and that. I'm like, yo, listen, if I've learned anything from my life being a kid, it's that those kids are always going to be one step ahead of me when it comes to technology. Whether I want to believe I'm technologically sound because I grew up in the era where this stuff... Yo, let me just say, it's amazing. We grew up in the era where the first smartphone happened, the BlackBerry. I still remember the BlackBerry Storm being so popular, and it was a piece of shit. It froze all the time. You had to restart it. But back to what I'm saying. No matter how, like, I know how technology works, I can keep up with it. Eventually, there's going to be a point where I get too old and lazy to care, and these kids, because they're growing up in that generation, this is stuff that is growing up in a time where they need to learn it, and I don't have to. They're going to be ahead of me. They're going to find a way around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that already. That's
That's what I'm saying. That child block shit is bullshit.
yeah.
I know for a fact they can find a way around it. So why not just make it simple and be like, hey, I will let you earn it if you can prove to me this, this, and this, and that. I'm not saying they can never get a smartphone, but there should be no reason that a 4-year-old has an iPhone 6, an iPhone 8 or 9, whatever it is.
Uh,
You know?
yeah.
Let them play with a Nerf gun. Let them play with dolls. Let them play with a basketball. One of my boys said it best. Right now, for this generation, a toy is an iPhone, a tablet. And that shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
Because they get trapped in this terrible loop of, I have to keep up with everything. It's very scary that when you come home, it doesn't feel like you can just be yourself at home. Because once again, I was bullied heavily as a kid, straight from elementary to high school. And when I got home, I was able to still just be myself and not worry about what people thought about me. I could just play video games, be with my friends, and stuff like that. The problem with technology now, that shit follows you wherever you're at, and the only person that controls it is yourself. But if you trained yourself because of how your society is, that you have to keep up with the likes, you have to keep up with the streaks, you have to see what everyone else is doing, you have to compare your life, you don't know really how to teach yourself to stop.
Yeah. When did you get your
And
first smartphone?
I got my first smartphone when I was in 4th grade, I believe, or something like that. I got a smartphone really quick, but I got to take it away quick because kids were watching porn on it. I was I was watching YouTube videos dumb loud in school, this and that. But it was the BlackBerry Pearl. But I had to work up for it. I started off with this phone I called the toe phone. It was shaped like the big toe, and it was a flip phone. And I upgraded to a different flip phone, which was a lot better. It had a camera on it. I actually bought. I didn't know this because I thought I was very smart. I played the system because my dad never mentioned anything to me about it. I bought seasons of American Dad and Family Guy on the phone so I could watch on the phone when I was in certain places. And I was doing it for a while, and none of this was showing up in the bills. And suddenly my dad brought up, have you been buying this and that? I was like, do you know how much the bill is? And I never got in trouble for it. He said I was going to. I never got in trouble.
Okay.
And then I got the BlackBerry Pro.
I got my first smartphone in 7th grade. It was like the My Touch, I think. Yeah.
That's I think that was the right way to go. I think that's the right way to go. I think for me, once again, I was just always a good kid. I snitched on myself for certain things because I just felt guilty. That's how honest of a guy I was, and I still kind of am. I'm a little bit less truthful because sometimes you don't need to let people know certain shit. But for the most part, I would snitch on myself, or like I would get caught, and like I wouldn't lie about it. So like I would get a quick punishment, and then I would get out of punishment. And that's why I was able to have a smartphone at such a young age because I knew how to control myself. And then the biggest thing was because around our time as kids, the biggest thing around was AIM and then Facebook. My dad wouldn't
Yeah.
let me get a Facebook or AIM. I didn't have a Facebook till I was in till I think the last years of middle school or the beginning of high school. And that's what kept me from like really caring about social media was because I was like, oh, this shit is really damaging. It's screwing up a lot of people's lives. And on top of it, I'm not saying this is the right way to go because my dad scared me. I felt like my dad was God. He made it clear to me. And now that I look at it, I look back at it, how much he has to still ask me for questions about how the internet works, how social media works. This man would have never caught me on the internet if I was smart enough. If I would have never caught me on social media. Cuz this man doesn't know anything about anything. But he made it a sure thing that if I ever got a Facebook without his permission, it would be the end of it. And all my friends try to convince me to just get Facebook without him knowing. They never find out. I never took the chance because my dad scared me. And my dad scared me more than social media attracted me.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking I got like a Facebook in 7th grade. This girl was talking about it in like 6th grade, but I got one in 7th. I think I just didn't care that much. Yeah.
Mm, that's cool. I'm not saying having a Facebook is a bad thing, but I think people don't understand. Kids don't understand repercussions. They don't understand like long-term repercussions. They think of everything like the timeout corner. Eventually, everything dies. With social media, that's not the case. Especially now, bro. Social media is killing a lot of people. Like, did you hear about the story? And this is off of Philip DeFranco about the parents, not the parents, the teachers that were on a Zoom call, and they were talking shit about parents, which, in my opinion, I think they have the right to. I think teachers are going through a lot. I think parents are being not understanding because of the pandemic. I think everyone's going crazy, but they're on a Zoom call and they're not realizing, and they had it public and they're here talking shit. Like one of the teachers, like they just want the kids back in school that they can start smoking weed again, which I do think some of that is true. I do think a lot of parents just miss being
Stupid.
alone, bro. I tell you, I've heard, I like people think like a lot of the like shit that sounds bad can't be true, but like I've heard parents like being a bartender talking about like my kids need to just be back in school. I can't fucking deal with it anymore. I'm like, then why be a parent? Your kids are home right now to make sure that they're not harming other people and they're not harming themselves because of this pandemic. But you're pushing so hard for them to go back to school in a time where it's not safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want kids to go back to school. I feel like it's gonna help the virus spread.
I don't know. I think right now, like, yo, have you checked the COVID app recently?
I
The
don't
numbers
use
keep
that app.
going down. The numbers have been pretty low actually. They're not up at 6 and 7% anymore. They've been going down to 4 and 3%. And so I don't know. I think the vaccine is helping. I think a lot of other things are helping.
Are
But yeah,
are you gonna
it's
take the
going on a.
vaccine?
I probably will. I probably will. Uh, I I have no fear. I'm probably gonna do it. Especially if a second generation comes out, I'll be like, okay, I have a lot more trust in the second generation than the first. But it's like right now, it seems like the vaccine is only being given out to like primary, like care, like essential workers. So we'll just have to wait and see. What was I fit? Oh, yo, one of the teachers in I'm not sure if I think they're board members. One of the board members said like they just want their babysitters back and this and that. I feel so bad because I was listening to this. I need to listen to the whole thing. I'm not sure if it gets worse than that. I think the worst comment was definitely the weed one. But they all lost their jobs. They resigned literally like the next day, and like they had no backing from the school. We do not agree, and I was just like, that sucks. Like everyone once again sees the short side. Ooh, we got these people that were talking stuff badly and stuff like that. That could have been just a private conversation. And also it's on them too because they should know better. Zoom calls for the most part, especially when it comes to like a school official Zoom call, they're recorded. So you don't really want to say stuff like that on something that's recorded, you know? You get yourself in... Like, Philip DeFranco was saying that, too. He was like, yo, people are too comfortable. I'm not saying you can't shit talk. Like, go ahead. Or by all means, go ahead and shit talk. You have every right to shit talk as a human being. But don't do it where, like, it's going to get you fired. You know? Don't do it where, like, people are going to have evidence against you, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like that, bro. You have to watch your back because people can record you, and literally, a lot, like they can record you in the middle of a conversation. You say one distasteful thing in like the whole entire time. It was just one thing, and that's how you're seen as. They record that one part. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like they shouldn't have been fired for it. I think it's understandable what teachers are going through. This is hard.
I, I don't know, man. Like I said, I think we're in a sensitive world. We're in a world where like it if it hurts my feelings, if it's somewhat offensive, we need you gone. We need you gone. That's it. Because, like I said, I kind of can understand where these teachers are coming from. It is hard. It is difficult. And I'm not going to say that the shit that they're saying is wrong. I do believe there's a lot of parents that are feeling like this. They see teachers as babysitters. Their kids need to be in a school because I can't deal with this, especially with work and this and that. I can't deal with my brat right now. I do think there's some parents that do enjoy doing their little thing to let loose, and they know they can't do that when the kids are around. And it's bugging them. And this is conversations people are not willing to have because it makes people sound shitty for having their vices. I'm not saying you can't have your vice. You want to smoke a little pot, go ahead. Don't do it around your kids. But don't act like you don't miss your kid being in school because you do that. And then someone mentions it. And it's like, oh, how dare they? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. I just think a lot of people love like trying to show off when people call out something they do enjoy or like something that is right, but like just because they know people said it in a distasteful way, they use it against them. And once again, at the end of the day, it's the board members' fault because they should have double checked to make sure that their Zoom call wasn't to the public. Because it was public. And that's it.
Yeah. I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not really, man. I'm pretty chill. I'm looking at the beautiful sun. I think this is a good time to end it. This has been like a 2-hour session, right?
Yeah, it's almost 2.5.
2.5 hours.
Almost.
Damn, bro. We had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I do want to say I miss my boy Jose. Oh wait, you gotta cut that part out. I miss my boy Ouija.
I feel like
And,
we've called him Jose on this already.
How we call him Jose?
Yeah.
Have we all used our names?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, it doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
I've been trying so hard not to call you by your name, Michael.
I don't expect you. What are you gonna be like, master? Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't come across well. What are you
I
gonna?
well, you know what? Well, sorry, I was gonna say, well, this entire time, I think you've noticed I've just been calling you bro.
Oh, okay. I haven't even paid attention. Some people are like that. They just say like. All right. Well, we'll
Well,
see
what
you
were you
guys.
saying now? Oh, you're saying bye to the audience. Bye.